My fellow mystery seekers, welcome to the first spine-tingling tale of midnight mysteries. You've taken your first step into the shadows where the unknown lurks and the truth is never quite what it seems. Tonight, we travel back to 18th century France, to a land haunted by something savage. A creature of fangs, fury, and an insatiable thirst for blood. The villagers called it the Beast of Gévaudan. But was it truly a beast? Or something far more sinister? Grab your lanterns and brace yourselves for a fright so deliciously dreadful, it'll chill you to the bone. In the remote highlands of 18th century France, something unnatural lurked in the shadows. The people of Gevaudan were no strangers to danger. The harsh winters, the isolation, the wolves that stalked the forests. But in the summer of 1764, something far worse came crawling out of the mist. The first sighting was by a young shepherdess tending to her flock. She had heard the stories. Something was hunting in the hills, but she told herself it was only a wolf until she saw it. A hulking shape with matted red fur, black stripes down its spine, and a head too large, too unnatural to belong to any known beast. She ran. She never looked back, and that decision saved her life. Others would not be so lucky. Days later, the first victim was found. A woman, her throat torn open, her body left in the forest as if on display. The people of Gevaudan had seen wolf attacks before, but never like this. Wolves killed for hunger. This creature seemed to kill for something else. More bodies followed. Women and children, their bodies shredded. Witnesses swore the beasts did not move like a normal animal. It was too fast, too cunning, too deliberate in its strikes. The villagers fought back. Hunters set out into the forest, rifles loaded. They tracked the creature for miles, cornered it, fired their shots, and watched in horror as the bullets hit. But the beast did not fall. One hunter swore he had shot it in the heart. He saw it stumble, watched it disappear into the trees. But the next morning, another body was found. It had survived, or worse, there was more than one. News of the terror in Gevaudan spread swiftly, reaching the ears of King Louis. Determined to end the nightmare, he dispatched his finest marksmen, armed with the most advanced weapons France had to offer. Their hunt proved successful, at least for a time. A massive wolf was slain, its lifeless body paraded through the streets as proof of victory. The people rejoiced. The beast was dead, or so they believed. But weeks later, the killings began again. In the village near where the killings took place, there lived a man named Chastel, a hulking figure, quiet, devout, and hard-eyed. He had once been arrested, accused of interfering with the king's hunts. No charges were ever proven. The villagers saw him as a loner, a man more at ease in the forest than among friends. They often saw him standing at the edge of the trees, watching the woods in silence. Some said he was tracking something. Others believed he was waiting. The villagers spoke of a figure who roamed the pines, gaunt, barefoot, muttering in strange tongues. They called him the Hermit. Chastel knew him. He was the only one in the village who ever spoke to him. His presence more a curse than a blessing. The villagers believed Chastel took pity on the Hermit. A strange, gaunt figure who lived alone in the woods, muttering in tongues. They couldn't understand why Chastel would associate with him, Some even whispered that Chastel had been marked by the same madness. But one day, the two were seen arguing. It was a heated exchange, filled with frantic gestures and harsh words. The villagers watched from a distance, their curiosity mixed with fear. After the argument, Chastel withdrew. He stopped speaking to anyone, his demeanor growing colder, harder. In the days that followed, Chastel was seen preparing in silence. He spent hours alone, crafting something, an object for an unknown purpose, and then one grey morning, he left. He stepped into the forest, his purpose clear, yet something in him hesitated. The trees, once a place of solitude, now felt oppressive, every shadow seeming to whisper doubts. He moved carefully, each step a battle between what he knew he must do and something darker pulling at him. The weight of what he was about to face hung heavy in the air. And then, finally, he tracked the beast to a clearing, where it snarled, a low warning sound that echoed through the silence. For a moment, neither moved. The beast stood motionless, its gaze fixed on Chastel, as if it recognized him. Chastel knew he had to make the first move. With a deep breath, he raised his musket and whispered, "I'm sorry." The beast's muscles tensed, and with a fierce snarl it charged. A single shot rang out. This time, the beast did not rise again. Chastel stood over the creature, his expression blank, lost in thought. He returned to the village, but never spoke of what had happened in the woods. No one asked, and he gave no answers. The village was quieter now, a peace settling over the land that had been absent for far too long. As the sun began to set one evening, Chastel relaxed at the end of the day. The weight of the past briefly lifting as he sat in quiet solitude under the porch of his barn. The soft light stretched long shadows across the floor, and a quiet peace washed over him. Perhaps now, he could finally rest. Another mystery solved, or perhaps unsolved. The Beast of Gévaudan may haunt the pages of history, but its terror lives on in the shadows, waiting for its next victim. As the darkness closes in, remember, the night is never truly over, and there are always more secrets to be uncovered. Until next time, my curious friends, keep your wits sharp and your lanterns lit. Who knows what strange horrors lurk around the corner, just waiting for you to wander too close. Sleep tight, or don't. I wonder if this old thing still works. Oh no, not again.